Good Saturday morning. I know I have not vlogged in feels like forever, but I have reasons. So the last video you saw from me was Vacation Bible School, and I was suffering from vertigo, and I suffered from vertigo from Wednesday at 2:30 in the morning until Monday morning. It started to really lessen up. It was freaking miserable because I had to do Vacation Bible School. I could not let the kids know something was wrong. Like, it was so bad some nights that I would go home and John would literally have to help me out of the shower and put my underwear on for me because I could not even bend down to do that. Like, it was freaking miserable. Monday morning was Bible school commencement, and I was riding the struggle bus for sure. But I tried not to let anybody see that because I really wanted it to kind of go out with a bang and for the kids to really be excited for how it ended.
I had a good time. What about you, Lola? I had terrific. Okay, that's fair. What about you, Bob the Farmer?
I had an awesome time.
So with the vertigo, you would think that was bad enough, but no, alas, it was not. So Saturday night, I actually developed a freaking cough. Sunday morning, it wasn't as bad. So I just literally was on stage doing the Bible school commencement with cough drops in my mouth the whole time to try to keep myself from coughing too much. But then by Sunday night, it was just non-freaking stop coughing. So you would think, okay, so Monday morning, just rest, just relax, like chill out. No, I have jury duty. So I have to turn around and I have to go, and I feel so bad because literally we go into this room. Our old courthouse burned down, so right now they're using like a little hodgepodge building. So there's a room that is definitely not designed to hold 60 to 70 people, and there are 60 to 70 people in there. So they have us like shoulder to shoulder, like literally I have two men on either side of me, and we are touching on all sides possible. It's so uncomfortable anyway, but I am the only person in the room continuously hacking over and over and over. And I was like, these poor people probably think I have like typhoid or something in here. And I'm like hawking it all over them. And I felt so bad. Okay, so that took all of 40 minutes. And then they sent me on my way. When they found out that I had vertigo and that I was having issues with it, they let me go. They postponed me until September. So if the vertigo is not better by September, then I have to serve on jury duty. But if it's not better, then I just have to get a letter from the doctor saying that it's not better. So that was really good. And they were like, the clerk was like, I recognize your name. Like, I feel like I've heard your name. I was like, oh, I'm sure. I was like, do you watch the news? She was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, that was my uncle. And once I said his name, she was like, oh, now I remember who you are. I was like, yeah. She goes, yeah, we couldn't use you anyway. She was like, so when you get your letter in August telling you that you serve for September, she was like, just make sure you list that. And I was like, you got it. So now I get to go back home and lay back down because I'm dying. As you see, they did not keep me for jury duty, thank God. And they sent me home, and I laid down literally in the bed, and all I did was freaking cough. And so Tuesday morning, I actually went back to the doctor, and he started me on a medication that he is hoping will stop what he does believe is going to be Meniere's disease. He was like, Meniere's disease is a disease of elimination. So they got to like eliminate all these other things. And so far, even though the machine didn't tell them that I had Meniere's disease, all of the symptoms are 100% Meniere's. So he's like, basically what happens is your ear fills with fluid and it bursts the membrane, and then you get vertigo, and then the fluid drains, and then the membrane heals, and then it fills with fluid and it bursts the membrane, and it's like a back and forth thing, and it's constant. Eventually you start having hearing loss because of it. So he started me on some medicine that will hopefully keep me from retaining excess fluid, and hopefully that will work. I don't know. I see him again on July 31st. We'll find out. So until then, there's that. Also, during the time that I had vertigo, John had to take FMLA so that he could be here, so that he could take care of me, and most importantly, take care of the kids, because I couldn't even walk to the bathroom half the time by myself. So he was home, so he wasn't getting paid. And then He goes back to work Wednesday, works Wednesday, part of the day Thursday, and guess what? Their company's on shutdown. We are 100% totally broke this month, but our bills are paid, so that's all that matters. Yeah, there's that. This month we're gonna be doing one of those like living off my pantry challenges, but it's like real life. One of the positives of him being here was the fact that the kids got to play with him a lot, especially Solomon, because he can't really roughhouse with the girls, but Daddy's a different story. Butter, how long is it gonna take for you to give up? You don't like this.
It's a good way to break your hand. You could have broke your hand on my knee.
Ella, no. Ella, no. Ella, stop. No, ma'am.
Look at me.
No, ma'am.
Look at me. Do not raise your hand when you go to smack. Because you're literally just going, and you're hitting me with just your thumb. Put some sauce on it. You're hitting me on my hand, not here. That will hurt you. Hit me here, not here.
Well, that says you hurt there.
No, it'll hurt you. You feel it?
Ella, no.
Hit him.
Hit it right here. There you go. Put some sauce on it. Woo!
Did you give up? Daddy beat you.
Look,
Let me see it.
I'm a little red.
Daddy's a little red.
My turn.
He'd have been more red if you'd actually hit him and not hit his knee and hit his wrist and hit his arm. Get him, Ella. Get him, Ella. She about got you in the worst spot. Get him, Ella. So all of that leads me to last night. Yesterday around 4 o'clock, our power went out from the smallest storm you've ever seen. Literally maybe lasted 10 minutes. So I thought, okay, power's out, no big deal. So we just kind of hung around and I was like, let's go to the grocery store. I'm gonna go pick up the stuff for dinner tonight and for meal prepping for Josh. And I was like, let's go do that. So we did that, tried to kind of stay out a little bit, came back, still no power. And I'm like, great, I'm an idiot. I've bought this food. So I stick it in the fridge and I'm like, power will be back on. So this house is not designed to not have air conditioning. So even when you raise all of the windows, there's no cross breeze. There's no way for air to get in. Like it's just dead still air. And it was like a freaking hot box in here. On top of that, I had just went to the grocery store and gotten 2 weeks of groceries to prepare for us being broke. And I was just like, the groceries we cannot afford to replace are in deep freezers and refrigerators and freezers that have no power. So around 7 o'clock, I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm not gonna sit here all freaking day in blistering hot. Like there's no way we're gonna sleep. So I called Angie and I was like, hey, do you have power? She said, yes, bring the dogs, bring the dog, bring the kids. And I was like, and she was like, and bring my all. So I called mom. Mom came over here. Mom has no power too at this point because she lives 5 minutes away. So if I don't have power, she don't have power. And so she comes over, we drive over there. It's like 7 something when we get there, which is normally my freaking bedtime. And it's like midnight before we leave. We stayed, we hung out, we had a lot of fun. The kids ended up spending the night. That way they could sleep with air conditioning and they're all terrified of the dark. So that way they had all that. Came back home. It was probably close to 1 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, dear God, please don't let all the food in the refrigerator be ruined. I wasn't as worried about the deep freezer because it was full and everything was already frozen. So I knew it would hold a lot longer. So I wasn't as worried about that, but the fridge I was. We came home and checked it and literally it was just as cold as if the refrigerator was on. So I was like, shut the door. Around 4 o'clock in the morning, we finally got power. 12 hours we went without power for a less than 10-minute storm. It was ridiculous. This morning, I need to go get the kids from Angie's house and I also need to meal prep for Josh. And I also need to clean our house because where I've been sick, it's kind of out of control. Story of my life. You guys have heard this a million times. The house gets messy. I get anxiety. I complain about it. I clean it. House gets messy. I get anxiety. It's like this repetitive wheel we're on here. Sorry that you're on this wheel with me. So we're going to clean house, do some meal prep, and I'm going to try to vlog today now that I'm feeling somewhat better.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
So somebody got their little haircut. She got 8 inches chopped off. Where we're swimming so much, it was actually constantly staying broke and dead and tangled, and it hurt really bad to brush it, didn't it? And so Mamaw gave her a cute little haircut, and I'll show you. It looks awful right now because when we came home from the pool yesterday and she took a shower, we didn't blow it dry, so she just kind of slept on it, and so it's stuck up everywhere. So I'll show you a quick picture of what it did look like. Also, side note, take a look at the giant loads of laundry on my couch. Do you want to fold clothes? Got the keys. You just load the kids up. Okay, so today is Monday. And we are going to go swimming. Got the kids loaded. Tons of laundry on my couch that we're pretending like it's not there for today because we want to go out and have a good time. So we're going to go swimming at the pool all day. And yeah, that's about it. That's as exciting. Totally meant to vlog over the weekend. It didn't happen, so sorry, you get what you get. We're going to go swimming with these babies. You ready to go swimming? I'm ready. What, Libby? What you want? Okay, so we just got back from swimming. I just jumped out of the shower. Kids are still in the house with Daddy, taking a shower. I think Gabrielle's going to spend the night with us. I'm not really sure. But I need to go pay some bills, run a few errands. I definitely need to go get us some more shampoo and conditioner. We're just about out, and with 3 girls in the house, that's a lot of product. So let's go do all that stuff. My face is a little bit slightly. Plans changed. Guess who I'm going with? We're going shopping for Mama a dress for the beach. And I just fed him some cream cheese. Don't get his neck fat. I fed him some cream cheese, raccoons, and teriyaki, and he loved it. Boo Bear, was that good? Bye-bye. So I found her a dress. Did you find one? Okay. I found her a dress. And this boy is mean. I would love to tell you I've had some amazing productive day today, but I've not. Long story short is we have hired a lawyer. I really can't talk about why, but I had to get some paperwork and some emails and a bunch of different things like that and get those together. I don't particularly know why it did this, but it caused me to have like a full-blown panic attack, like to the point that I didn't feel like I could breathe. I couldn't calm down. I started crying. And so now I'm laying in the bed watching Netflix. I took a small nap after I calmed down a little bit because this come to cuddle me. And and the kids are fighting as always. But I don't know. I've not had a productive day today, so it is what it is. I'm doing my best. This is what happens when you live with anxiety. Some days nobody would know anything's wrong with you, and then some days you can't function like a normal person, and that's where I am today. And for a long time on this channel, I've hid the fact that I have anxiety. Like, I would just make excuses for why I didn't vlog, or I would just not say, you know, I just spent the day in bed, like, not able to function. And you feel like such a freaking loser because, you know, here you are in the bed, and there's worse things in life than having a panic attack. But I'm just doing my best. And Ella's doing her best. Ella doing her best to make her mama feel better. Oh my goodness. You're doing her best by snuggling and sweeping. That's all you do, ain't it? Snuggle and sweep. Snuggle and sweep. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's my baby.